Great information about smart contracts, liquidity pools, uh, investments in these pools. Let's listen up.
Liquidity pool provider in this game. And you are going to place liquidity into a liquidity pool. Thus, you're the liquidity pool provider. In order to make this happen, you are going to need to identify where you can find a liquidity pool. What liquidity pools are designed for, the way I look at them, is the following. There are cryptocurrencies that are widely traded that many people just went out and purchased, and they keep in their Coinbase or Gemini account, and they just keep it there perpetually. And it's really not doing anything. It's not really working for them. There are people that need liquidity in order to make larger, more sophisticated trades like arbitrage or loans or something else like that. And where do they need to get those extra funds? The place where people get them is something called a liquidity pool. So, if a more sophisticated investor needs to borrow funds, and it's all secure because it's all based upon smart contracts, that if the borrower were ever never good for it, either the smart contract would self-destruct before it put you at risk, or if they had collateral and it looked like their position that they were loaning against dropped below that collateral, the smart contract would automatically liquidate them and you'd be made whole. So
what safety? This safety is built into the smart contract. I don't know how it does it, but what is safety net? Wow.
This liquidity enables sophisticated participants in this game to use your liquidity to make trades and do things on their end. But whenever they touch those funds in the liquidity pool, they pay a trading fee. On Uniswap, it's equal to 0.3% is paid to everyone in the liquidity pool. It's paid per trade, and it's allocated to everyone based upon your percentage of the pool. So you have 10% of the pool, you're going to get 10% of that. As a liquidity pool provider, you have the ability to contribute capital into a liquidity pool. Other sophisticated operators are going to use those funds in the liquidity pool to execute their trades. As soon as they touch those funds, they are going to pay you for that opportunity. And those are the trading fees that will go to you as a member of that liquidity pool provider family. So that's how it really works. You have these automated market makers who are completely decentralized. This means they are not a company, they are simply a set of programs that are running. That automated market maker is going to enable you to participate in a liquidity pool as a liquidity pool provider, and when people use it, you get paid. And then that happens on a regular basis. So not only would you enjoy the appreciation of this widely traded asset, let's say your liquidity pool was composed of wrap PE and Ethereum, as those two grew or changed over time, you'd be able to participate in the appreciation of that particular asset. Not only would you be able to participate in that appreciation, you're also going to be on top of that. You're going to be able to stack the trading fees. And that's the beauty of being a liquidity pool provider. And that's the beauty of participating in liquidity pools. In our next video, we're going to talk about liquidity pools and how they can help people contribute to the growth in yield farming.
All right, so we're going to get into more of this. This is just amazing, amazing stuff.
Well, all right, we're back. You're exactly where I left you. We've talked about what DeFi was and what liquidity pools are. We talked about some of the interesting ways they're all put together. And now we're going to get to what we really wanted to talk about, DeFi yield farming. One of the things I love to make during Thanksgiving is my grandmother's sweet potato pie. Sweet potatoes, on average, are very stringy around the outside. So when they call for 5 sweet potatoes, I actually put in 6 to 7 sweet potatoes because I spend a lot of time taking out the strings there. And so basically, I will put in 7 sweet potatoes, but I'll yield about 5 potatoes worth that really fit the recipe. Oddly enough, DeFi yield farming is going to show you what you get out of your investment, but you're not going to squeeze your investment dry. So what happens is you've put capital in a liquidity pool. That pool is appreciating. You're not squeezing anything out of that liquidity pool. All right? That is actually growing or responding in concert with the pace of the appreciation or the depreciation of the asset plus the trading fees. And you should be cool with that because what we're saying is you placed your capital in a pool, and when people use it, you're going to get trading fees, and so you're going to make more on your capital, so your capital is actually working for you. We're leaving that alone. What yield farming is saying, you're doing such a great job. Thank you for taking the time to put your tokens in our pool. In return, we're going to yield you out something. For example, if you were to put capital in one of the balancer liquidity pools, they will yield you out balancer tokens. So today, a balancer token may be trading around $40 or $50. What that means is you've actually yielded out 5 or 6 tokens, and you multiply that times 50, and maybe you'll get $250 or $300 in addition to the trading fees and the appreciation of the capital there. Another way to do it, and what we're doing with Be Social, is you're actually yielding out a token. You put your capital in a liquidity pool, and you stake it in that liquidity pool, and what you get in return is a token that you can use for other capital growth. In Be Social, that capital growth opportunity is perpetual. So as long as you're in that pool, you will continue yielding seeds. Just like if you are in a balancer pool, you will continue yielding balancer tokens. Regardless of what you do, DeFi yield farming is a transformative experience from a financial perspective. Not only is your money working for you just being a part of a trading situation, your money is actually working for you by being a part of a yielding situation. So let's take a look at it this way. You first get appreciation for the coins. You next get appreciation due to the trading fees. And finally, you can get appreciation due to the yield brought back to you in the form of tokens. So this DeFi yield farming is something you should definitely do because it takes advantage of everything in this DeFi universe almost. It takes advantage of liquidity pools. It takes advantage of automated market makers like a Uniswap or a balancer. It takes advantage of concepts such as the growth of a token and looking at placing a token in an automated market maker. And it also takes advantage of the concept of yielding and yielding either a token or a token with additional value. So we totally encourage you to participate in yield farming, either with us at Be Social, or just take this knowledge and use it to spend some time on a search engine or on Medium or on just anything, just to learn about decentralized finance and what you can do with yield farming. Thanks so much and have a wonderful day.
All right, so there you are, yield farming. A little more information, that's great.